President Joe Biden is just hours away from landing in Maui, nearly 2 weeks after those deadly and historic wildfires. As ABC's Melissa Adon reports, his trip comes amid lingering questions and frustration over the island's response to the disaster.
Tonight, President Biden just hours from landing here on Maui. The official death toll 114. A church service today for those lost and the hundreds still unaccounted for. Maui Fire Chief Brad Ventura in his first national interview since the fires, getting emotional when talking about the firefighters under his command.
The firefighters are hurting. This is their community, this is their home, these are their people. Nobody in our department is unaffected by this. We care about our firefighters first and our community as well. And if they can't go to work in a healthy way, then it's difficult for them to serve.
First responders facing scrutiny after some ran out of water fighting the fires.
Does it frustrate you to think, knowing what they were going through, that they may not have been able to have water, they needed help?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, we need water. That resource is so precious to us. So when they were running out, they were so disheartened. And, I felt for them because that is their lifeline to helping the community and getting out of there safely.
Firefighters pushing into the flames despite more than a dozen losing their own homes. FEMA says that everyone displaced by the fires will be moved out of shelters and into hotels, motels, and other temporary accommodations by the end of the week. Tonight, those on the ground here awaiting the arrival of President Biden tomorrow. He has promised federal support for as long as it takes. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Lahaina.
Vanderbilt is helping wildfire victims in Maui. A portion of all ticket sales to their season-opening football game against Hawaii will go to the Maui Strong Fund. The Commodores take on the Rainbow Warriors at First Bank Stadium August 26. A Tennessee native is facing the fire firsthand. The former resident of Lawrence County now lives in the Aloha State. Just a couple of days ago, Blake Moore was shuttling people around on his boat. Now he's been asked by the Coast Guard to get to Lahaina and look for people to run supplies to shelters. Kentucky volunteers with the Red Cross deployed to Maui several times this past week. They're helping get food to people and providing other emergency care. The volunteers are doing casework with victims in the shelters to learn exactly what their needs are. The volunteers' time has been extended to a 3-week deployment. For the latest on recovery after historic wildfires, head on over to WKRN.com and download our free news app.